So I'm a little late to this, but Blackpink performed at Coachella this weekend and they really took over. Like, they really said, move over, Vanessa Hudgens. We are taking over Coachella now.
Terrible, but like, inevitable?
So like I said, I'm a little late to this and I'm so sad because I didn't know Coachella was going to private the live stream and I thought I could watch it later. But luckily there were a lot of people to record it, so I got to watch it and I thought they did such a great job. So first of all, Pinkchella made me realize how many iconic songs Blackpink has. Like, they probably sang like 10 songs and all of them were huge hits, which is crazy. Like, I'm not even a Blink and I think I knew pretty much every single song that they did. Or maybe I am a Blink. I don't know. Anyways, I also think they used a live band, which was a really great idea because they added like an extra bit of flair to each song and they were able to change up the intros and the outros and the bridges of the song. So that really made it special and made it stand out from the usual concerts or performances. Also, the backup dancers did a great job. Like, I really felt like they added a lot to the performances of the songs. The way they started off the set was that they did Pink Venom, and the way they started it off was so cool. Like, they had the Blackpink chants from the song itself, and each time the chant would happen, the lights would flash and the band would come in each time with a bunch of instrumentation. And before the members were on the stage, they had the backup dancers do some really cool choreo first, and then Blackpink just like rises up from the ashes and just walks like they're the Avengers or something. So I won't go over each performance, but I wanted to highlight the parts that stood out to me. So overall, like I said, I think Pink Venom was a great way to start off the performance, and I really liked how the choreographers were incorporated into the song. Like, for example, when Lisa does her rap portion, they kind of crowded around her and started dancing around her. Another performance I really liked was the Typa Girl one. So they had this like really cool intro where, again, the band really carried this one, and the dancers kind of covered each member with these like feather things, and then they kind of popped out behind them, which I thought was really cool. And then Whistle. Now, Whistle is probably my favorite Blackpink song, and I really think they did it justice. First, the way they kind of segued into the song was really cute. Like, Jisoo was doing like this whistling and stuff, and the last chorus of the song was done so well. Again, the band came through here and they changed up the chorus a little bit and it sounded so cool. And I like what they did with the choreography here. So they had each dancer kind of crowd around each of the members, and they used the spotlights on whichever member was singing and putting more attention on them, and the choreographers were kind of dancing around them too while they were singing. The only performance I didn't really like was the one for Kick It. Like, it kind of felt like they were just standing and walking around, and it felt a little low energy, which I kind of get because they had done a lot of songs at this point, so I'm sure they were tired, but I feel like it would have been nice if they just interacted with the fans, like waving at them or high-fiving or whatever, instead of just standing and walking around. Before I continue on my little ramble, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss a video. I also really like how they gave each member time to do their solo songs. So I think this was really smart because it lets the audience kind of get to know each member individually. So I mentioned this in my Blackpink video, but each member kind of has like their own brand and vibe separately from the group. And I think giving them the chance to kind of showcase that will really help Blackpink as a group going forward and also their solo endeavors. So out of all of the solos, I think Rosé's was probably the best because I think she was singing live and I thought she sounded pretty good. And On the Ground is probably my favorite solo out of all of them anyway, so that's probably why I liked it the most. Lisa did Money and I thought it was fine, but I think the best part of hers was that she had like this dance break at the end and she did a great job because she's obviously such a good dancer. And Jennie and Jisoo's were okay. Like, I didn't really see anything particularly special about them. They were just good. So I really feel like this Coachella, Pinkchella performance is such a huge moment for the K-pop industry. Like, whether or not you like Blackpink, it's so hard to deny their success. Like, they're one of the biggest groups in K-pop, and if it wasn't for BTS, they'd probably be the biggest one. So giving them even more exposure to a Western audience is really great for the group and for the industry in general. Like, yeah, they already have huge exposure in the West, but I think putting them at such an influential event like Coachella is huge. Like, you know, no more Vanessa Hudgens, we got Blackpink now, I guess. And I think Blackpink is such a gateway group in terms of K-pop. Like, for me personally, Blackpink was really the group that got me into K-pop in the first place. So I think giving them more exposure in the West will get more people people into K-pop in general, and hopefully that helps the industry grow even more. I'd love to see this pave the way for other groups to maybe perform at Coachella. Like, I know aespa did, but I don't think that had quite the impact that Blackpink did. Kind of want to see a group like Twice perform at Coachella. Like, they have a pretty big fan base in North America, and they're trying to make a bigger push towards the Western audience, so I feel like doing a Coachella set would probably help them a lot. And they have a lot of really cute and like accessible songs, so I think that the Western audience would really enjoy them. I also feel like maybe a few years down the line, a group like LE SSERAFIM or New Jeans would really do well at Coachella. I think because their discographies are kind of limited, I think it would have to be a little bit later down the line, but I feel like LE SSERAFIM has a lot of great like festival type of songs and are kind of more grand, kind of in the same vein as Blackpink songs. I feel like Anti-Fragile would be a great song to do at a festival, or like Fearless. And New Jeans has a lot of songs that have done really, really well, especially with the Western audience. And they're already doing Lollapalooza this year, so I think that might pave the way for them to do a festival like Coachella too. So now we just need Blackpink to do the Super Bowl. I really want to see that. I don't think that would ever happen, but you never know. So yeah, thanks for listening to my little ramble. Let me know what you thought about Blackpink and Pinkchella.